Hi Gemini, I'm Pam, and welcome to your Psychic Tarot reading for March 2019. This month I'm using the Hanson-Roberts Tarot deck. And remember, these are general readings, and to get messages pertaining specifically for you, you would need a private reading. This recording is for Gemini Sun, Gemini Ascendant, and Gemini Moon. Please be sure to watch your rising sign and your moon sign, because some months they're going to resonate more for you than your sun sign will. Please excuse my voice in these March readings because I've been sick for the past 10 days and laryngitis was part of that sickness. So please bear with me. All that being said, Gemini, now on to your March 2019 Psychic Tarot reading. First card you have here today, Gemini, in your reading for March is the Nine of Cups. And the Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment, all good things coming to you in an emotional sense. You could feel content, feel happy, some wish or something you would hope for maybe is coming to pass for you. Now, I just want to say, as many of you know that have watched my readings for the past 5 years here on YouTube, I don't let the cards flip upside down. So whether they're upside down or right side up, it doesn't matter. My spirit guides will tell me what the messages are for you specifically for this card and each of the cards in your layout. I feel that some of you Geminis are going to have a revelation. And some of you, the revelation is going to be about how you can heal from something that's been plaguing you. It could be actually a physical problem that has been, a monkey on your back for a while. Or it could be some emotional trauma or wound that you're going to have some kind of revelation on how to heal in this month of March. I see you like going back to the past, traveling down memory lane, maybe looking at old photographs or reminiscing with childhood friends or family. You could be attending like a class reunion or a get together with old friends. It could be a family reunion. It could be at some family event. Because it's a general reading, Gemini, I can't pinpoint exactly where this is going to occur for you. You could even be doing it on your own at home and reminiscing and taking out old photographs and, on your own. But I feel like many of you, you're doing this with other people. Maybe because Mercury is in retrograde in March. This may be, the past returns to the present. So that may be why you're reminiscing in March. Some of you, it really feels like you're having a whole new outlook on life, and almost like you're looking at your life, you're having some fresh new start or new beginning. Almost like you're having a rebirth of some kind, being reborn, either your physical health, your mental health, your emotional well-being, or your whole entire life even. Some of you get a promise that comes to you. And it could be a promise of a job, but I get for many of you, there's a promise of engagement. Like somebody saying, I'm engaging, getting married to you. It's a promise. We're going to get married. Or, but it can be other types of promises, but it seems to be coming from one person directly to you. If you need to sell anything, I feel that it would be an excellent month to do it, even though I know it's Mercury in retrograde and maybe you would say, no, that's not a good time to do it. But my guides are telling me that, especially if it was something that you've had a long time and it was like old and you wanted to, it has value to it. If you list something like that for sale in March, you're going to do exceedingly well with it. It's going to sell and you're going to get your price. The next card you have here, Gemini, is the Wheel of Fortunes. You have two good cards in a row here. This is karmic wheels of fate turning in your favor. Sometimes it can mean the ups and downs of karma. It's like a lot of plans and procedures have to be organized and straightened out. And I'm seeing rounding off rough corners and edges of anything. So this could be projects and plans that you're working on. It could be business related. It could be to do with your home. But I get, it could even have to do with travel for some of you. But I see you like having to map out all these plans, you know, be very organized, and then any rough edges need to get smoothed out in the month of March. Some of you Geminis are building on something you learned a month or two ago. So if you took any classes or training programs, or if they showed you anything new at work, or if you did it on your own online, or whatever way you got this, like something you learned, you're building on it in March. I see you again, it came up with the Nine of Cups, but you're going to do exceedingly well with profit this month. So I feel like if you're in any kind of investing, stocks, bonds, investment properties of some sort, I see like you're going to be having gains from those things in March. Some of you are going to receive notification or hear through the grapevine that an employee where you work got fired. And I feel like they're higher up than you, because there's an opportunity here for some of you Geminis to step up the ladder to the next position. Now, for some of you, that may not be the case, and you just hear that somebody there that you're surprised got fired. So this could be just that news, but some of you, a doorway and a gateway is opening up for you that you can step up the ladder. I do see you taking time out in your mind to think about your future and your next projects and plans that you want to tackle. And what do you need to achieve that? Is there equipment you need to buy? Is there classes you need to take? Is there training of some sort? Is there new clothes that you need to buy for this endeavor? Whatever it may be, it's like, I really see you thinking about future goals and endeavors, especially those Geminis that own their own business or plan on starting their own business. That message strongly applies to you. But even if you're working already, it still can apply to all Geminis. And it doesn't have to be if you privately, own your own business. But a lot of you, this is what that was about. So the next card here in your layout, crowning your reading, is the Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles is sad. You could be feeling depressed, you and your partner, or just you. It could mean maybe you need to look at your finances. Is there some area of your finances you're like not focusing on and you need to look at it? It could also mean financial bankruptcy, emotional bankruptcy. But you have cards that are indicating here you're doing well financially. So I have to see what's up here with this. I feel you're going to be a little depressed because I feel like there's a family member connected to you that's going through some kind of difficult time. And so they're struggling, but you're also struggling. Now, if you're married or in a serious relationship with someone, it could be your partner, and therefore you're worried about them. But even if it's not a love partner to you and it's another family member, I still feel it's affecting you and you're worrying about them. Now, for some of you, they may be going through financial difficulty, but I actually feel like there's other things, like they may be having emotional difficulties, maybe they had a breakup or some other kind of struggle, maybe health problems, I don't know. But I get you feeling depressed and worried about somebody you're either related to family-wise or your significant other. You may really want to go out of your way to help them and to do something for them. And this is taking a toll on your nerves. It's taking a toll on your energy. And some of this may be even taking you by surprise initially. But then the other things that I just said will follow. Some of you may be having trouble with your esophagus, or acid reflux, or heartburn. And you may want to go to a doctor and get that checked out if you're having like digestion issues, like any things that I just said there, like burning in your throat, acid reflux, heartburn, anything like that. I feel like you may need some kind of treatment or a certain type of medication that could help it. So you might want to get that checked out. Obviously, that's not going to apply to all of you Geminis listening to this reading. I do see you wanting to put some money down and boost somebody up financially speaking. Like, I see you wanting to help somebody financially that is struggling. So even in the beginning, I wasn't sure that that person around you that I felt like you were worried about was financially struggling. I do feel they are in some regards, because I see you wanting to put money down to help them out. You may be talking to the government agencies, or public relations people, also in March. You may be wanting to boost up your status. If you have your own YouTube channel, or you are out there in the media in some way, or out in the public, you may be talking with PR people to help boost your status. You have the Ace of Swords next. This is my favorite card. I know you guys are probably all sick of hearing me say that, because I've been saying it for 5 years. But I do love Ace of Swords because this is victory, and it's also truth being revealed, and it can also be wisdom. Now, obviously, if it's upside down, which I don't let them flip, it would be all the opposite of that, the reverse of those. You find something that you wanted finally comes through for you, or you get approved for something. If you were waiting for a loan, or you were waiting for, or wanted to get approved for a mortgage or a grant or something, a permit of some sort, a license, a zoning permit, even maybe if you wanted to change your residence into like where you could rent a rental property. I see you getting something that's important to you approved. Don't be surprised if there isn't people that are watching what you're doing and are seeing you blaze some interesting trails ahead, and they may start copying your style or your ideas, or and for some of you, you may not care about that. Others, it could bother you. I feel like you're going to see some people doing that, but it's really because you're having so much success. This is why it's happening. You know, and if you've been going through any time period where you've been trying to improve your looks, like go through plastic surgery or lose weight, diet, exercise, join a gym, have a personal trainer, or, you know, I don't know, I'm just using that as an example, but they are coming to my mind. You're going to hit some milestone or some victory. Maybe if you've been trying to lose weight for a really long time, you hit your goal in March. Or, you know, if you were hoping for, you know, you were trying to change some aspect of yourself, and you're going to be victorious with it. You're going to see the results, the fruits of your labors are going to come be evident to you in March 2019. I see you also understanding certain principles that you're going to be instructing others about, especially if you have a good understanding of inflation, but it doesn't have to be the topic of inflation. It could be other things, but if you're in a financial world, you may find yourself teaching, training, lecturing, and making presentations or classes, and you yourself may be the one running it, or you're one of the key people doing it. So you may find you're really heavily instructing people in March about something that you really know a lot about. Now, inflation is the word that came up to me, which may make no sense to some of you, but it could be other topics. So your last card here is a dilly doozy. I don't know. I hope it's not bad, but it's not a good card. You have 10 of Swords here. And 10 of Swords is either being stabbed in the back or betrayed and deceived in some way. Sometimes this card can also mean somebody's passing away. If you have a rival, I feel there's someone that wants to kind of knock you off your pedestal, or, you know, take you down, like, get you fired or knock you off your pedestal, but there's like a rival sense here happening for some of you. And I do feel like you're going to be, some of you are going to be surprised about who or what is doing this, because you kind of thought that they had your back and that they were supportive of you, but you're going to find out they really weren't. They've either been jealous or envious or had it in for you, because I just see you being, I don't feel like you saw this coming. I hope this doesn't happen for you guys. I really, really do. And I know people don't like it when I give negative messages, but I cannot there is no way to tell you this is a good card. There isn't. There isn't. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. It came up. I don't want anybody to have bad cards, but it's not coming up to me as a death. It's coming up to me as somebody wanting to steal your thunder, knock you off your pedestal, get you fired, not have your best interests at heart, and that you are going to be taken off guard or a little surprised or caught unawares about it. Stay strong in what you're doing. Stay strict and close to your program, whatever your program of what you're doing is. Do not let this make you change what you're doing, because I don't feel like you're doing anything wrong or that you need to change what you're doing because this occurs. I don't feel you need to. So make sure you stand your ground here in this situation. Stick to your program. That's what my guides are saying. Stick to the program that you're on. Don't get off, don't get derailed. It's like, I really get this feeling like they've been lurking in the shadows, like watching you out of the corner of their eye and like skirting around in the shadows. And you may have been slightly aware of it, but I don't think to the degree of what this is about to show up. You know, you should confront them head on. And don't, my advice to you here is to not let this make you spiral into depression. And I feel that if you do not confront them and you do not speak your mind, and then that's what will happen. I feel you need to get it out and express it to them, because you don't want to give your power away to people this much and let them, what their shifty, shady things that they do, control you. You don't want that to happen. So you have to guard yourself strongly against that. And this is, you know, another thing about predictions that aren't like the happiest news. You know, you're hearing it because you're supposed to hear it, because it's to warn you so you're not as thrown off and derailed and like shocked and stunned and dismayed when it happens. Forewarned is forearmed. I certainly wish you the best, and I don't want anything negative to happen to you. But, you know, there's a lot of people in the world that are going to do shifty, shady things. And Gemini, you've got somebody around you that's not behaving above board and honest either. And I also feel like for some of you, if you are, whether, you know, some of you it's happening at work, at your job, or to do with your business. But some of you Geminis, it's a family member doing this to you. So just keep this under your hat. If you don't see it happen in March, it could happen later on. Okay? So I hope these messages were of help to you. You had a lot of good messages here, Gemini. Don't just focus on the bad one at the end. I hope these messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. I want to thank you so much for watching, sharing, and liking my videos. Thank you for subscribing and for Google Plusing. I do truly appreciate that. And please be sure to subscribe. That way you'll get notified when I upload my videos to YouTube. If you're interested in getting a continuation of this reading, Gemini, where I'm going to look into my crystal and give you additional messages and predictions from my spirit guides for the month of March 2019, you can access these videos for download and purchase by clicking on the link below this video in the Show More section. and it will take you to my Vimeo videos on demand page for the March 2019 Psychic Crystal readings for each sign of the zodiac. You can also access these videos by going to my website, www.theluckymermaid.com. Click on the videos tab on my menu, and these should be one of the first video series listed at the top of the page. You just look for that heading, click on your sign, and it will take you to that video on Vimeo. Also, if you have not checked out the pretty dramatic big love readings for couples and singles for the year of 2019, you might want to do so. But I'm giving a warning about these readings for the couple of the signs, not all signs, but a lot of them. There were a lot of breakups that were going to happen this year. And I do feel like that was affected by the January 21st lunar eclipse. I feel like that was one of the big factors there, but they were very interesting. There was a lot of, some of the singles messages surprised me too. But if you're interested in checking them out, that link is below this video, and it will take you to those videos on Vimeo. And these videos are also available by clicking on the videos tab on my website and look for the heading Big Love 2019 Psychic Tarot Readings for Singles and Couples. Look for that and just click on your sign, and it will take you to that video on Vimeo. I wish you an absolutely amazing month of March, Gemini, and know that I wish you many blessings and peace.